Hey everybody, what's going on? This is going to be the first part of the second video in this series that I'm doing where I'm remodeling this whole garage. Well, not really remodeling, but just making this garage better for my purposes. The first video was basically getting everything prepped. We did the ceiling paint, which still has some spots that need to be done. We primed all the walls so they're ready for paint. And then before the video started, we did the garage doors. We fixed that window, like just by caulking over it, and we installed the garage heater. So that's basically like the prep that we did for this garage. We are also gonna epoxy the floors, which will make a real big difference, and it'll be a lot easier to clean up oil stains and stuff. Basically, what I'm gonna do now when I figure it out is I'm basically just gonna paint over the lines a little bit with the black. I'll put 2 coats of black on because it is dark color. But I'll put 2 coats of black on where I cover the line, and then that way when I come back I can tape over the black, or I can tape over the black with the level as my guide. I can tape over the black and make sure it's perfectly level. And just like that, it's done. It really wasn't that hard to do this. It probably took maybe 30 minutes to do the whole room, so just about as long as it took to do the level and tape. Painting it black though, like I can really see the imperfections that I didn't know were there, or I thought would be okay. I don't know how well it's gonna come up on camera, but yeah, the black like really shows the imperfections. I think you can probably see it the best on this wall. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that really. Like that, that's probably a good shot right there. But yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Like, it is a garage, so it's obviously gonna get like torn up at some point. So I'll probably come back, second coat this, and also I decided to do some joint tape on this crack right here that goes across the whole upper part of the Coda. Okay, sorry, Coda was getting into something, but yeah, tomorrow I plan on joint compounding, like doing the tape up there. I don't know what the people before us were doing, but I do not want to crack. Coda, stop, damn it! He keeps chewing up this roller. Stop. No. Throw this away. My bad. But anyway, I don't want that crack to be in my paint, and it's definitely going to show through if I just leave it there. So tomorrow, second coat it and fix the crack. Hey everybody, what's going on? It is February 18th. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday after the state tournament. I've just been out here since I don't know, maybe 11:30, 12. Kind of took the morning off. Just painting the blue stripe that I was talking about in, I guess the first video. So the people at the Home Depot or builders or whatever, they told me to get frog tape. They said it was like the best in the business. And I was thinking, you know, that's kind of cool. It has this like additive to where it reacts with latex in your paint, and it'll make like a micro barrier. And I thought that was good because I have a lot of imperfections in this wall, obviously because it's a garage. And so it's like, you know, that'll kind of help fill in the holes where the imperfection would be. So this isn't the worst of it, but you can kind of, I don't know how well you guys can see, but you can kind of see like a bubble there where it looks like the paint just kind of bubbled up because of the tape. You see it kind of gets bad right here, a little bit. Like, you know, it's nothing like you can't live without. And then there's over here. I don't know what the hell happened, but those bubbles weren't just paint. They were actually the drywall. So the drywall was literally, when I was pulling back the tape, the drywall was literally peeling off with it and causing those little bubbles. I don't know if that's because of like humidity and like maybe the drywall just like got wet at some point in its life. Obviously this wall more than the other two. But yeah, it's pretty screwed up right now. So I basically screwed up this wall too, making even more work for myself, which, perfect, right? You know, I'm trying to get this done fast and I just go make more work for myself. But that's besides the point. The point is that this wallpaper literally couldn't even hold itself, hold its own against like delicate masking tape. That's how weak it was. And hey everybody, what's going on? It has been a couple days since the last clip. It is Tuesday the 21st, and I've been doing a lot of work off camera just because it's not that interesting. Like I feel like episode 1 really wasn't that interesting. Like nobody wants to see prep work, and I can't be informative about it because I don't know what I'm doing really. I'm just doing it. So I didn't really want this video to be all about like redoing it, because basically all I did was peeled off as much as I could, or got it to, and I didn't even need to do that. But basically, if this happens to you, I talked to 3 different people from Sherwin-Williams, Builders, and Menards, and they all said that basically you just sand it, you sand the edges of the paint where there's like a ridge. You just sand that down as smooth as you can, and you come over with joint compound, go over all the cracks. So obviously I used a ton of joint compound. I had to buy another 3.5 gallon thing of it, and I used maybe a quarter of it, but that's alright. I'll use that for something else. Anyway, so after you joint compound, you basically have to sand, and then yeah, I'll show you this real quick. So basically, instead of using an actual drywall primer, which is what this is, new construction primer that goes on drywall, I just use this this stuff right here. This just $30 special from Walmart, like I stated in another video. And what they said is that caused a problem with moisture and stuff, and that it didn't seal the drywall. And so that's where I got that bubbling from. So basically, I'm starting from scratch all over again. And tomorrow, it's like 9 right now. So tomorrow, I'll put this on. I'm gonna let it dry for 2 days and set for 2 days before I start with the top coat, instead of just one. And I have my heater cranked up to like 78, and so hopefully that'll give me a good result this time. If it starts peeling, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If it starts peeling again, I'll probably just end the series, honestly, because I'll be so done with it. Alright, so it's the next day. I got a 3/8 inch snap roller, and this roller said 1 coat guaranteed, so it's a brand new fresh one, so it should be fine, and it should give us good coverage for the primer, because I'm planning on doing 1 coat. So anyway, now you see it, and now you don't, kind of. Some of the spots came out pretty good. I make sure to get this area, the area that's going to get the most paving on it. Make sure to get that area good, and I'm ready for the next step. Alright, so it's the next day, and I just finished the bottom part of the layout. I basically took a level, and I took a pencil and just quickly marked all the way around. It's really nice with this laser level because you can just line the level up with that, and you basically use the level as a straight edge. I just used paint cans and the tripod that the laser level came with, extended all the way. I just used 1 paint can high plus tripod for the bottom layer, so the bottom black line, and then I'll use 3 paint cans on each corner plus fully extended tripod for the top. Okay guys, quick update here. I think I left off, I think this has changed a lot. I think the last thing I left off on was the construction primer and the outline. So I'll just start from the beginning. So yeah, we put down that construction primer. I let that sit for 2 days to make sure that it really set and cured before I put top coats on it. I'm still going to keep the heater on at 80 degrees for a week just to make sure it sets nice and strong. But anyway, we did that outline that I was talking about earlier, and those lines of reference are actually the top of this tape line and the bottom of this one. So I made sure to go pretty generously on either side just to make sure that the black was going to turn out alright. But then after I did that, I actually painted the black, and that went by pretty fast. I waited a day, and then I put on this, and I tried to put this on the same day, but I just ran out of time. So I put this on the day after I put this on, and I put this on the day after I put this one on. what I just got done doing was I just put this masking tape all the way around, and that's gonna be my black line right there. So when I peel this back, hopefully the paint doesn't come off this time, but when I peel this back, that's gonna be the only black showing, because all this will be filled with that blue color, and then I'm gonna paint all this up to the line. So hopefully by tomorrow I should be done with painting. Alright, so it's time. What I did, and I didn't put this in the video, is I masked off. I just took some 1.5 masking tape, and I took it and I made a little barrier between the top and bottom, so I can do the top and bottom layer like together at the same time. And so I did 2 coats of everything, and this is the moment of truth. This is what I've been working for. So I'm gonna peel it back, and hopefully we don't get any peeling. And from that right there, it looks like it's doing pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take all of it off, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. But right now, it looks pretty good. Boom. Alright, so this is a quick shot of me peeling it back. As you can see, it's actually really sharp. So I'm really happy with that. But yeah, I'll get back to peeling and stop messing with the camera. Boom. And just like that, it's done. It took about 14 minutes for you guys, but for me, it took almost 2 weeks, or 2.5 weeks almost. And I think this time around it went a lot better. We still did get some bubbles. Like right there is a bubble, but we didn't get any, we got 1 tear, but it's all in a certain area, and I can just put something over that. But otherwise, I think it came out pretty good. I'll give you guys kind of more of a stand back view. So that's what it looks like on camera. That gray up there looks a little white, but there's white in comparison. So it doesn't really do it justice, just like any old camera. But yeah, I think it came out pretty good. This was a problem area right here, where we had a little bit right there, a little bit right there, where it actually tore out, a little bit right there, and a little bit right there. But all in all, that's only like a 4-foot area, so I can just put something right there and it'll be okay. But yeah, I think I still have a little more trim work to do, like right there, up there. There's still some ceiling paint that I need to do, and then I need to go around with that gray, that top gray, and just do a little bit of trim work. I think I'm gonna paint these. I don't know what I'm gonna paint them yet. It's either gonna be black or it's gonna be the gray. But yeah, I think that wraps up this video. Obviously, painting really isn't that fun, and but I'm glad it's done, and I think I did a really good job. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. The next video is going to be about some overhead garage storage. If you enjoyed, thumbs it up. Like I said before in other videos, this is my first time making a video about stuff, so if you have any constructive comments or just anything that you want to point out, go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below. And yeah, see you next time.